Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome. First of all, exciting. Patrick just won $10 in Tria Bucks for recognizing himself in the photo, Patrick McVeigh. And sorry, Robert Roth, he beat you by 1 minute. Patrick McVeigh put himself at there at 6:30 and Robert Roth at 6:31.
So click on the button.
But well, good reason to put your cameras on and to be on time for meetings because you can win prizes if you recognize yourself. Only works if you have your camera on and you're on time. Anyway, congratulations, Patrick. We'll get you those 10 Tria Bucks in your account. Okay, we are going to try to be really quick with our announcements tonight because we have a great program and we want to make sure they have lots of time. A couple housekeeping items. Save your questions till the end. They will take questions at the very end. You're welcome to put them in the chat throughout the meeting and we'll save them for the end for you. Up to you. They are giving away a even better prize than 10 Tria Bucks tonight, a tablet, which will be given away at the end, courtesy of the Wolves. So stick around if you want to win that. Announcements. Our new programs are up and running. New Rehab Tuesday is starting on social media today. That's going to look at 2 rehabs side by side, 2 very different rehabs. Whoever has their microphone on, please.
Yeah, somebody needs to mute, please.
We have a lot of background noise.
I think it's Ansar. I think.
Just everybody, please mute yourself, please.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's 2 Rehab Tuesday, premiering today on social media. We have another brand new rehab program going on that Crystal's going to tell you about in a minute. Our new, these are all our new programs for 2021. Prep is a 2-part series, part on virtually, which is going to be the 3rd Thursday of every month. And that's where we're going to take a basic topic and break it down for you step by step, A to Z, walk you through it. And the first one is going to be on how to fill out your purchase contracts. We have 3 presenters. One will be on a super easy contract, a medium contract, and the full-length realtor contract. You'll learn to fill them out for all occasions, whether you're doing a whole subject to a wholesale or just a straight out buy. That is in 2 days from now. And the other half of prep is prep in person. We have 2 classes forming, prep wholesale and prep rehab. Prep wholesale is about to launch. Prep rehab is going to be a little longer because it's a bigger deal. But if you're interested in either of those, drop us a note in the chat or an email to triaprojects@gmail.com. So other new programs for 2021, Brain Trust. If you are an experienced TRIA member, drop us a line to sign up for Brain Trust. There's no obligation but it's a collection of more experienced members that we will use as resources. You'll become recognized as a leader in TRIA, get some special offers. Maybe you'll teach classes or speak to subgroups or be mentors, or there's a variety of different options that will be offered to you. You have to fill out an application and you do have to be experienced. Mentorship, Lionel Finley is putting together the mentorship program. If you would like to be a mentor or if you would like to have a mentor, get hold of Lyle or put us a note in the chat and we'll get you in touch with him. He is still figuring out the details on that, but he'll have them soon. And he does already have a list of both mentors and mentees. So sign up if you want to get in on that. And we also, as you may know, now have one networking meeting every month. Leslie will tell you what date that is because I can't remember, but we're just going to rehab. We're also having a game night every month because we had so much fun playing some games.
Cashflow.
Kahoot, Cashflow, and Bingo are the 3 we're going to have. So look for those. And that is all the announcements that I have, I think. So I will turn it over to Crystal and she's going to tell you about the Unbus Tour.
Awesome. Thanks, Kathy. Hey, everyone. I'm super excited to talk to you and tell you about a new initiative that TRIA is introducing that we're calling the Unbus Tour. So what this is the opportunity for you to go with a group to 5 different properties within Raleigh. We'll go as a group and you'll be able to talk with the property owners, the rehabbers, you're going to be able to talk with them live. And what we're going to do is we'll be able to find out, you know, how did they find the property? How did they fund it? How did they know it was a great deal? What was their exit strategy? So all the things that you're trying to do, we're going to be able to do live with someone who's doing it right here in Raleigh. So it's called the Unbus Tour because you won't be on a bus because of COVID. Thank you very much. We're going to be going in groups of 10. We'll meet together. We'll get our map of where we're going to go, and we will go to the various properties together. Lunch will be provided. It's a great opportunity to actually get out. And so what I would say is if you're a newer investor, or if you've been around but you haven't been able to bite the bullet just yet, or if you're reading lots of books and podcasts and you're listening to people who are flipping in other markets than Raleigh, then this is for you. Also, if you're trying to meet with other like-minded individuals, this is how you can do it, right? I mean, Zoom is great, but this will be an opportunity to be live. We're going to do the tour. We're going to be touring 5 properties. They're going to be within a 10-mile radius. The date is yet to be determined, but we're looking for mid-February. It's actually, I'm looking at Saturday, February 20th. So look at your calendar. It's a great opportunity to meet other investors, meet rehabbers. The cost is for TRIA members $49 and $79 for non-members. And we're really super excited to bring this to you. It's called the Unbus Tour. Registration is already on our website. And if you have questions, you can put it in the chat or you can send an email to TRIA Projects. But I think it's going to be great.
And that's first come, first serve, right, Crystal? As soon
Yes,
as
very
we
much
fill up
so.
our spaces, we are going to be full, and we will take down the registration. So y'all need to get in on it early.
Yep. So I hope you guys join.
Yeah. Cool beans.
Right.
Is it Leslie now?
It is Leslie now.
I guess it's me. Alrighty. Thanks everybody for being here. Nice to see your smiley faces. Yay. As far as the calendar, Kathy already kind of told you about the prep meeting on Thursday. The prep virtual is basically taking over the space of our what used to be the evening of our millennial meeting. We decided that that evening would be better put to use with bringing everybody up to speed on the basics, getting everybody started the right way. If you have any questions, please send us emails. If you have topics that you want to hear about and you're just starting out, please send us triaprojects@gmail.com. Send us an email and say, hey, why don't you have one of these on your prep meeting, and we'll find somebody to speak about it. So please do that. And then we have next week, we have TRIA West on Monday night. And of course, we're not going west because we're still in our virtual little room. But Roxana is bringing us a very interesting speaker with a really new topic, which I don't think if we've ever had it, it hasn't been for a long time, is Roxana knows a gentleman in Florida who is currently doing selling raw land, and he's doing it through trusts. So we are going to have the gentleman's name is DeAndre Anderson, and he's doing raw land sales, wholesaling raw land is what he's doing. So if this is something that interests you or something that you need in your tool belt, you need to tune in next Monday night for TRIA West and listen to DeAndre. And then WIRE, Women in Real Estate. WIRE this month, we are bringing in our own Ingrid Ruiz. If you're not familiar with Ingrid is a investor. She's an appraiser. She's heavy in the Raleigh market. So she's going to give us some tips and tricks on what she sees giving rehabbers the biggest bang for their buck in 2021. What's coming up in the in design as far as what she's seeing for people to make improvements or where to invest your money to get the best return when you go, when you rehab and then you go to sell. You don't want to be doing silly stuff because then you're just going to be losing money. So that will be on the wire meeting, and that's a week Thursday. Of course, that's our afternoon meeting at 12:30. So that's all we got for the, Kathy, you wanted me to say when our next networking meeting, our networking meetings are now going to be the second Tuesday of every month. We're going to stay virtual for now. And everybody just get on there. If you got deals, you got needs, wants, haves, have-nots, whatever, get on the network. It's just going to be strictly networking. Get on there and you can just go in. We've got a bunch of rooms set up and you can break off into breakout rooms and chat yourself up a storm, make some good connections as far as resources for investing. And so that's where y'all need to be, the second Tuesday of every month. And that's all I have. So I'm thinking I'm flipping this over to Mr. Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
There
Thanks.
you are.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here listening to all this and I'm thinking, good Lord, for $150 a year, TRIA is really delivering to you. Crystal is going to put together a real kick-ass bus tour. If you've never been on a bus tour before and gone out to see properties that are in different stages of rehab, it is absolutely, especially for new people, it is absolutely a wonderful experience, because there's just no better experience than to just see the stuff hands-on. You can go to classes, you can do reading, you can do research and all that stuff, but until you get out there and really see the properties, it's just a real mind-opening thing. And if you take the training that you're going to hear about tonight from Brian and Lynette Wolf and couple that with the hands-on bus tour, I mean, you're going to be really set to go. And Ingrid Ruiz, if you don't know Ingrid, you really, really ought to be on the wire meeting. Ingrid is a dynamite, and her husband, John, they are dynamite rehabbers. They've got rehabs and rentals and flips. They've been doing it for years. And I mean, they've run into all kinds of stuff. And of course, Ingrid is an appraiser also. She is a wealth of information. I mean, she can just tell you all kinds of stuff. You can ask her all kinds of questions and you'll really be impressed. And so tonight, you're going to also be impressed. I've known these two folks for a number of years, and I've been all over the country with many of their presentations with Ron LeGrand, and it always amazes me how Lynette, who is fondly nicknamed the Energizer Bunny, it always amazes me how she can get on the phone and call up people and get them to agree to have people come out and talk to them about buying their property. It's just amazing. I'm just in awe of that. And she is so full of energy. I went on a cruise with, or we went on a cruise with them a few years ago with Brian and Lynette and Ron LeGrand and his wife. And we were on, one of those big cruise ships with 5,000 people. And she is so full of energy. They had her down in the engine room pedaling the propellers to make this ship go, because she is just so energetic. And it just shows in her voice and her mannerisms. And so it's contagious, and the sellers just respond to it. So they're going to be talking about some very interesting things that are very appropriate to new investors, new members we have, but also to some of the older members, because things are changing with COVID. You've got to be in there with social media and things like that to figure out how to find properties and do deals. So I'm going to turn it over to Brian and Lynette Wolf they're out in Phoenix, Arizona, and you're going to learn a lot tonight. So guys, pick it up. I said.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
hello, everybody.
Hey, Chuck.
Hello. Oh my goodness. We have so much fun when we go on vacations with you. You are just so awesome and so much fun. And we are so excited to bring this great cutting edge information, this new knowledge in this new marketplace with
That's
what's
right.
going on in the world, right, honey?
Yes, these are the nothing down deals. These are the no credit deals that we're talking about tonight. We're talking about creative financing. Some of you guys have heard about seller financing. Maybe you understand it. It's crazy because I used to run a mortgage office. We were both realtors, and yet we didn't really understand it as much as I thought we did. And then when we really got into it and sunk our teeth into the creative financing world, our eyes were really opened up. We were doing rehabs, we were doing wholesales like regular people. And then about 17 years ago, 18 years ago, we discovered this world of creative financing, and everything changed after that. Our entire business model flipped upside down, and we started pretty much pursuing these creative financing deals. They're also called pretty house deals. Sometimes you guys have heard that, or else maybe you've heard the word terms deals. Basically what they are is you're negotiating with the seller to allow you to make monthly payments. And now I want you to take a ton of notes, and we're going to go really fast because this is normally a 90-minute talk that we're going to try to do in about 60 minutes. And we have to not only give you guys a good, quick education on doing creative financing deals, and we're going to show you some really cool video clips that are going to be very full of content and training. And then we also got to squeeze in some talk about the social media. And we're even going to talk a little bit about doing deals virtually. So when Chuck says you got to be up to date and understand the current marketplace and how it functions, two of the ways it functions are through social media and through virtual deal making, virtual buying and selling. And we do it in 3 states. We buy houses sight unseen and sell them sight unseen. And so we're going to show you how we do that and how you can do that. Even if you don't like your market, or you've always wanted to expand and work some other market because you think there's opportunity there, but you never really understood how, we're going to talk tonight about virtual buying and selling. We call it deals at a distance.
That's
right,
right. Deals at a distance.
That's
so
right.
Take really good notes, everybody. This is going to be, you're going to learn so much. This is incredible information you're about to learn
That's right.
here.
So now hopefully you guys all have the
Can you guys
display
see the
set up
screen?
so that you can see the screen. So you should see the screen real big, and then we should be on there too.
So that should be your heading
So-
if you're taking notes.
Yes. So guys, take great notes. This is a really important subjects that are really the cutting edge and where you should be focusing your time. I don't, you may be into rehabs and you may be into wholesales, and we were at one point. One thing though about those deals is it's a one paycheck deal. You work, you make one check, and then you're done. Then work, get the next check. So pretty houses, these creative financing deals, these are set up where you can just set it and forget it, where you can put this deal, on the back burner. You don't even have to think about it once you get it set up. So let's get into that. All right, actually, we're going to show you a little intro of us. Chuck mentioned Ron LeGrand, and Ron LeGrand was our one-on-one personal mentor when we first changed our business model. And he really did start to teach us about the pretty houses. And we took everything that we learned from him and really revolutionized it and put it into systems. I come from a family of engineers. Both my brothers, my dad, and my sister were all electrical engineer and chemical engineers. And my other sister's a doctor. So I'm very much a thinker brain. So we love, making things, building it into systems that are very easy to apply and use. So that's what we're talking about tonight, tools that you can use. But we love Ron, and Ron really got us going in this world. So let's take a quick listen to what Ron has
Thank
to
you,
say.
Ron LeGrand.
Yes, let's see what Ron has to say as by way of introduction, quick introduction.
I'm Ron LeGrand, and I'm really excited about the couple you're about to meet.
Brian and Lynette Wolf are true blue real estate entrepreneurs.
Now, the Wolves have been teaching on stage with me all across America for the last 15 years. And over the past few years, I've seen them grow into the nation's leading trainers out there. I know you're going to respect the Wolf couple as I do. And the most important thing, you're going to learn so much money-making information from them.
All right.
All right, so-
And like Chuck said, I'm the Energizer Bunny, and they call us Mr. and Mrs. Enthusiasm. One of my mottos, write this down. You might as well have fun while you make a lot of money. That's one of my
That's
many
right.
mottos.
That's right. And so we like to make the training fun too. But some of you guys may not know us or may not have heard about us before. So just to give us a quick background,
That's right. We're actually, we live in Arizona,
That's right.
and we're a veteran 30 years of buying and selling houses.
Yes,
And
and so now we're real estate millionaires, and primarily we've done a lot of that with these creative financing deals. Although we have a rehab going right now, we did a couple of rehabs last year. We're not big into it, but we do them if the deal is right.
And we're actually been training national seminar trainers since 2004.
That's right. And we used to teach Ron LeGrand's Pretty House Boot Camp all across the nation. We've taught hundreds of thousands of students literally over the past 17 years. We've got successful students all across the country.
That's right.
And we even have a #1 best-selling book on Amazon. And that's all about what we're talking about tonight. And that's creative financing.
That's right.
And so we even have an audio book there. So
That's right.
check
That's
that out.
how I read books, audio.
Yes, Lynette loves the audio. So we do have a big, long background in real estate prior to even getting into the creative financing. Lynette was a realtor, #1 new home sales agent, actually set a record in Arizona when she sold 41 homes in 1 month.
Woohoo! That's
Yeah.
right.
And she used to manage a realtor office and obviously an investor like me. So I was a realtor. I was a #1 mortgage broker. I managed a mortgage office downtown, AmeriQuest office, and I'm also an investor. So guys, the two keys to success in home investing. We like to call it home investing because you're buying homes and you're selling homes. That's what you're dealing in. That's your commodity. And there's two things to that. So write that down. We're going to come back to that. Okay. And this sort of gives you a tip on this. And I want you to make the business quick and easy. I want you to be able to watch us do creative financing deals on your laptop or your phone or on your TV or wherever and copy what we say and do. And that's really the power of videos. And so we're going to show you some videos tonight where you can watch what we do. And then when you are in that same position, like when you're going on a house tour, we're going to show you a video of a house tour where Lynette is the seller and I'm the buyer, and we're doing a role play. And that's the cool thing about these videos, guys. They're not videos of us standing up on stage in front of a bunch of people teaching. These are videos of us role playing the very scripts that you're going to be saying to your sellers and buyers tomorrow or in 10 minutes. Okay, because you're going to be watching these videos right before you get on the phone and right before you leave to go to the house. And with our virtual system, you're not even going to the house in a lot of cases. Now with admittedly with the COVID and with sometimes you want to do deals far away and sometimes you don't want to drive to the house. Sometimes it's just they live an hour away on the other side of town and you just don't want to drive there. So I want you guys to be able to watch these creative financing deals easily and copy what we do. Be a fly on the wall. That's sometimes that's the best way to learn. And I will tell you a big part of it, a big secret to our success is the words, the scripts. And we boiled that down to our saying is what I say
makes me money.
So I want you guys to all say that. That's an affirmation. We love affirmations. What I say
makes me money.
What I say
makes me money.
All
That's right.
Yes. Okay. So now the top 2 benefits of really learning investing. I don't want you guys going out there thinking you kind of understand how to do a pretty house deal or a creative financing deal and just kind of flubbing your way through it and not getting it done, because you could be burning through good quality leads there. So you got to know the mechanics. So the mechanics boil down to what? Knowing the right words and also having the right steps. So this is a world of scripts and checklists. And if you got the right scripts and the right checklists for creative financing and proven, material, that's where you want to start your success.
So if you're taking good notes, number 1 is mindset.
No,
I mean, number
one-
one is mechanics, number
Right.
two is mindset. So when you
Yes.
got the mechanics and the mindset together, that's what we're teaching.
That's right. So the mindset, really, when you have every step and every word you're ever going to have to say to every seller and every buyer, it really gives you a lot of confidence. And when you know these are the proven scripts that the Wolves and all their successful students have been using for 17 years, that gives you a lot of confidence when you're out there using this powerful material. And it transforms you, we like to call it, you're in a role sometimes when you're first starting out. You're kind of a nervous newbie. Everybody, as I was, even though I didn't know what to say and I didn't know what to do. And so I really had to focus on that, like with my engineer brain, and figure out all these parts. And also we want to transform you into a master caller and a deal maker, right?
That's
Anna?
right. I'm a deal maker me. That's the role that I love playing because I love getting on the calls. I love getting on the phone with the sellers and doing
That's
the
right.
closing call. We're going to talk about that, how we close the deal, meeting of the minds on the phone.
But the first time you ever did it, before you were good at that script, you were nervous about it.
That's right. I have to
Yes.
admit it, even with my background, I didn't know what to say and I was nervous. Way back in 2002 is actually when Brian met Ron LeGrand and
Yeah.
when we started doing the creative, now they know us as the Pretty House couple because that's what we
Yes.
love is the creative financing. No
Yeah.
money down, none of your own credit.
And also we've done these live calls to real live sellers in front of big audiences once a month for the last 16 years or whatever. And, these are live calls up on stage and you got to be confident and you've got to come off the right way and you got to have the right words or else you're going to look bad. I never wanted to look bad. I always wanted to close the deals for the students because we were closing your deals and helping you get your deals done. And then you get up 100% of the profit. So that's what we want to get you to the point where you can do this yourself though, as fast as possible.
That's right.
So we're going to take 2 seconds here to tell you a little bit about a story or two here to illustrate, kind of a good approach to the business. Now, as I said, I'm a big, huge thinker brain. I graduated summa cum laude from the University of Minnesota.
That's right. And I graduated from the University of Minnesota. I just graduated.
Yeah. And so Lynette's more of the action brain. You can tell because she's running around.
Take action.
Energizer bunny. And I'm more the thinker and the planner and the work it out in detail. So my motto is expect success. Write this down, guys. Going into this real estate, if you are newer, I'll tell you, makes all the difference is that mindset, what we talked about earlier, of being confident and expecting success.
And my motto is take action.
Yep.
And the only step in the middle is get the best training. And that's why you're here tonight. So
That's
take really
right.
good notes.
Yeah, and nothing happens without action. Okay, so everybody has their why, and this is our why. We have a real great family, and
Let me introduce our family
okay,
really
quickly,
fast.
dear.
That's our son Dashiell. He's actually 29 years old. He's one of our acquisitionists. An acquisitionist is somebody who buys and sells houses for you. That's why me and Brian can be on the road for the last 16, 17 years teaching because our business is on autopilot here in Arizona. Dashiell he started with us when he was 16 years old and now he's 29. Kale, he works with us as well. We love doing the business. He's 26 and our daughter Trinity just turned 21. And we love doing the family business. We love working together, Brian
Yep.
and I.
And you leave behind a legacy, not just of a bunch of houses, but a way to buy more houses and make money. And this very well could turn into something you could do with your kids. All you got to do is go out there and do 1 or 2 deals. And trust me, they'll be like knocking on the door. What are you doing now? So this is great. So now when we first started, there was actually a couple things that kind of scared me, guys. And, what's kind of the rap on real estate investors that they're out there trying to take advantage of
That's
people.
right.
And so that, I went to Catholic school from 1st through 12th grade, and I was an altar boy and a Boy Scout and all that stuff. And I knew this was what I wanted to do. And I loved this idea of creative financing, but I was going to dive in 100%. And I knew that I wanted to have my heart really in it and my soul really in it. And so I was worried that maybe you weren't helping everybody that you were coming in contact with. And boy, this deal here just showed me opposite of that. And really these sellers ended up making about the same amount that they would have made if they sold through a realtor. And we can pay. That's what's so cool about these creative financing deals, guys. If you get a little bit of time to make monthly payments to the seller, you can pay full price if the other deal points work out. So you can afford to pay a really good price, and that changes the whole scenario. And two of the big challenges you guys have is finding deals and getting a good enough price. Well, if you're doing these creative financing deals, the price isn't really the battle. And so that's what's great about these.
So this is one of our first creative financing deals. We bought the house subject to, the mortgage was 208. And so we just bought the house and took over the payments. The payments were only 13, how much were they? 14, oh yeah, the payments were 14.
So guys, this was a kind of a skinny deal. You can
Yeah,
see
there's
how you
not
can
much-
make a good amount of money off a deal that doesn't necessarily have big margins. And so yes, sometimes we have margins like $300 to $500 per month on a house. And you know, we did that. That was such an early deal. We probably would have done it a little differently. But that's just shows you an example. And, you know, I really feel like, you know, God kind of brought us some of these deals to show how you're really helping people with these creative financing techniques that nobody else really understands. When you're buying on seller financing or doing a sandwich lease purchase, people go, what are you even talking about? But when you start to understand these things, you realize how they can help so many people. And like these sellers here, guys, they were stuck in this house with a new house waiting for them vacant because they were trying to sell this house. I walked in, it was an instant sale. They were so happy. They signed the deed over, and then the buyers on this house, they were two nurses who lived in Connecticut and had a big dog and no jobs yet and bad credit. But what did they have?
They had cash. They had $9,000 non-refundable option deposit.
Yeah.
We made a total of $35,200 on this pretty house
So I
deal.
feel like, you know, we were really helping them, and I don't know where they would have ended up if not for our help.
right.
And that's what you can do for people with this kind of business. Really help people. The second thing that scared me was I was scared of looking like an idiot, you know, not knowing what to say. And so that became a big focus early on, guys, is figuring out what to say. And we're going to talk about scripts. And I'll tell you what, we lived in LA. We've done a lot of different things. We lived in Hollywood for 7 years, and I wrote over 20 feature-length movie scripts. And so I got real good at writing the way people talk. So we'll talk more about that. Here's another deal that we did.
This is one of
early
our
on.
first deals we call a shut up check. And what I love about that is when you don't want to tell all your loved ones necessarily what you're doing until you get these shut up checks. That's what we call it. This deal here took us about 5 hours to do. That's over $10,000 per hour. We made $54,147.49 on that one deal. Pretty house deal.
That's awesome. And so this is another deal that we did. Now this is a pretty house. This is an example of what can happen with a pretty house deal. And this particular deal, we just held on to it. We bought it, you know, over 10 years ago, and we made good money on it in a lot of ways. We made big non-refundable option deposits. So the big main profit streams of these creative financing deals are you get big non-refundable option deposits up front. Then you get a monthly cash spread, which is hopefully $300 to $500 a month. Then you get this big back end payday. And guess what? The mortgage pays down over all those years. And so you get sometimes some massive spreads at the end of it. And plus you get appreciation because this house went up in value as well. So sometimes you get some really big back end paydays when you do these deals like this. Here's another one. We only had this house for about 4.5 years, and still our back end payday on this was $165,000. So there's a lot of really good
Write that
paydays.
down. We like to set it and forget it. That's what
That's
the pretty
right.
house business is all about.
And so what does that lead to, guys? Well, we recently moved into our house, and we do a lot of events at our house. So if you end up getting to know us a little bit better, there's a good chance sometime this year when the whole COVID thing is over,
That's
you might be
right.
coming out, and we do a lot of stuff at our house. So you know what? We're going to even play you a little quick clip of our house if we have that. Do we have that?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we don't have that.
Oh, we don't have.
No, okay, so I know you guys, well, it's better because we don't have that much time. So what are the 2 keys to success in home investing and really getting your creative investing, creative financing business going? Because if you're just doing 1 deal a month, you can't believe how your whole life is going to change. And that's really feasible. Even if you do 5 deals a year or 2 deals a year, it's going to change your retirement massively. And that was the one thing I wanted out of real estate, was a great retirement where I didn't have to sweat it. And that's what creative financing sets you up for. Overall wealth creation. So what are the 2 keys that you need to know for success, guys? They are scripts and systems.
Write that down. Scripts and
Yep.
systems.
Yep. And I'm a huge systems guy coming from that kind of engineering mindset. But scripts is huge too. And I have a big background in the scripts that I realized very early on. Guys, do you think I blew some deals in the
Oh,
beginning?
yeah.
Yeah, thank
He
you.
started before me.
Yes, and I did definitely because I said a lot of the stupid things and wrong things, and it just broke my heart. And because you don't only have so many leads, and when you waste them by saying the wrong thing, and you can tell right when you say it sometimes, like, oh, I just lost that deal. Okay, so here's the key is I want you never to experience that. I want you to have the best possible scripts and systems. So our creative financing, now we have a system with all these scripts in it that you can follow. And we have a whole bunch of videos in there that you can watch.
I
Now,
love
again,
that.
these are role-playing videos, so you can watch exactly what you're going to say right before you have to say it. Okay, so now we've had so much years in real estate, and we just have the right approach and the right backgrounds to bring you the perfect system to do this, guys. And I love learning with videos and learning through these
I
role-play
love to
videos.
watch something. That's how I can learn it.
That's right. Very visual. So now why do scripts work? Why are scripts so important for your success? Now I will tell you, I'll say if you are just doing rehabs and you're buying ugly houses from the bank, you don't have to get good on the phone. You know, you're probably just putting in offers through realtors, and you are never going to do this creative financing business. And you may be doing so awesome that you never even want to try this business. However, if you are open to this, I'm telling you, this is long-term wealth creation where you can set these and forget these. And then all of a sudden you get some big, massive check at the end. But even in the meantime, what I love is you can buy a pretty house. You can buy a creative financing deal within 2 weeks. I want you having this thing turned around. Remember, they're already good looking houses. They don't need work. Maybe they need a little tiny patching that you can do in a couple of days. So you're talking about getting a check, and you're buying these with nothing down. Remember, these are nothing down deals. And then 2 weeks later, hopefully you're doing a virtual 1 hour open house, and you've got people begging you for this house and begging you to give you $10,000, $20,000.
That's right. The buyer gives you a non-refundable option deposit. You can spend that money right away. That's instant cash.
That's right. So the big paycheck is that non-refundable option deposit, then the massive passive cash flow on a monthly basis that you get from these pretty house deals.
There's actually 12 pretty house paydays that we're going to go over a little bit later here.
Okay, but you want to get the best lines from us, all of our best lines that we ever said. Make your success duplicatable. You guys can totally duplicate what we do.
Yep.
Professionalism, you have instant credibility, and you never lose credibility by fumbling around like a dope. Okay, and number 4, like I used to all the time. And then number 4, huge competitive advantage, because you know all the steps. So many times students would turn in leads, and we'd say, okay, this is a fabulous lead, but it's a month old. So what happened? You know, and they said, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to close that deal. And so all of a sudden we take it and it's a done deal. So that's the key, guys, is knowing. It's a huge competitive advantage when you know what to say and you can get to the point. Overcome the 2 greatest fears, fear of the unknown and fear. And so there's nothing unknown if you have all the scripts and steps. Okay. So no fear of the unknown. And the other fear is fear of public speaking. That's really fear of not knowing what to say, like being up on stage without a script. If you were up on stage and you had a script that you could just read, you'd probably be okay. And that's the cool thing about this business. It's mostly a phone business. So even though you feel like you're on stage, you've got a script right there that you can read if it's a good script. Okay, so it relieves the stress of really getting into a new business because it gives you all the steps, and it's the quickest and easiest path to success, guys. I'll tell you, I mean, we started with rehabs and retail, and wow, you don't even see a paycheck for a long time. If you see a paycheck, if you don't mess up the deal in a million different ways along the way. So this is a deal where you pretty much get that house and it's no risk. I got to stress that. I didn't even talk about that. Yeah, with creative financing, guys, there's no risk. You're not writing a big check. You're not using your own credit. A nothing down deal means nothing down. You're putting nothing down up front, and then you're getting a big non-refundable option deposit from your buyer. So mainly you should be cash rich up front from these types of deals. This is sort of like buy and hold. So a lot of you guys have thought, well, I'd sure like to do buy and hold where you can set it and forget it, like what we've been talking about. But if you do this lease purchase strategy, if you exit on a lease purchase, you get a big non-refundable option deposit, changes the whole way the deal plays out. Okay. So what you say makes you money. It comes down to what you say makes you money. And we have a landlord opening call script. This is an important script. This is part of the system where I want you to use this for houses for rent, because this is something people have totally forgotten about or didn't remember. Houses for rent can often be converted to houses for sale.
Yeah, what's the lowest point in a landlord's life? When the house is vacant and trashed again.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's a tenant in there because of COVID and they're not paying.
Yes, so if you guys can get this market, your landlord market, this should be focused on right now and see what you can do with that market. The benefits of really knowing this business, guys, and what does that mean? It means you having the right scripts and checklists. It means your skills match up with the marketplace. You're never embarrassed, okay? Because this is one thing that will actually stop people from doing creative financing deals because they think they're going to be all embarrassed because they don't know what to say. But you're going to know, and you're also going to conquer that fear of the phone. Even Lynette was afraid of the phone a little bit in the beginning.
I was,
but-
believe it or not.
Yeah, but it's worth it, and you will absolutely overcome that. And you'll never lose a deal because you don't know how to close it, because all the checklists are here too. So this is the way every deal that you do, every creative financing deal, take a picture of this one, goes along this chart here. Everyone starts with some kind of an opening call, and sometimes you're calling them. Sometimes this is a FSBO in Zillow, or many times this is you putting your social media marketing out there and people responding to your social media marketing and calling you or messaging you. And we have a whole series of responses that you're going to secure that deal.
So
okay?
number one opening call, you guys all got the FSBO script, which stands for sale by owner. I'm sure
Yes,
you guys
that's
know
right.
that. You guys
That's
all
right.
have that. That's the opening call. That's the basic information, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, and then the closing call. That's what we love doing. I'm a deal maker. Master
Yes.
caller me. That's number
Yes.
two, closing call. And number three is a deal meeting. Sometimes it's virtual, sometimes it's in person. We're going to go over that shortly here too, the deal meeting, which is where you make your money. If you're not out there putting houses under contract, you're never going to get paychecks. Cha-ching,
Right.
cha-ching.
The deal me, and now here, and that's another good question. We have all the forms and paperwork and everything you need. And yes, this works in North Carolina and
It
wherever
works
you are.
everywhere.
Yes, and so we have agreements. If you don't already have agreements to use, we have all the agreements that you need. And the deal meeting is important. This is where you're getting them to sign. And yes, even virtually, you're getting them to sign. And there's a few steps to making that happen, but yes, that's how we're doing it. So these creative financing deals, as I said, also called terms or pretty house deals, nothing down, no credit, big upfront product profit, and great cash flow.
Once again, a pretty house is just a house that doesn't need repairs.
Yeah. So guys, this is in the manual, this goes through all the different steps to close your creative financing sellers. Okay, so you can see it has lots of different points in there, opening call, closing call, and lots of objection answers. Okay, and we're gonna show you actually a video clip of learning can be fun. See, and that's the one thing is people don't want to train. And eventually you're going to get to a point where you have an acquisitionist and they're not going to want to train, and you're going to want to train them easy. And that's where it really comes down to videos. And it's really, I don't know what that says about the state of the world, but pretty much people do not like to read much anymore. And really they just like to watch videos. And so that's why this whole system is structured around these role play videos that you can watch in advance so that you know what to say and how to say it. So we're actually going to show you and it can be fun learning this business.
Just a short little clip.
Yeah, because we make it entertaining. It's very visual, and most of us are very visual and learn more by our eyes, by our sight than anything else. When you think of things, when you remember things, it's mostly visual and these role plays I keep talking about. So let's watch one of those videos right now, guys. I think a minute.
Did you hit play?
Yeah.
What if the buyer damages my house?
Well, it's really no worry to you because the house is ours, Maud. We cover all the maintenance and repairs, of course. Besides, with the quality of buyers that we get, they're usually in there fixing up the place and putting in upgrades.
Okay, guys, so that
was fun.
That's how these videos work. You can watch them, but you've got every word that you say is actually written on a script as well. So sometimes you're going to be doing all your closing calls. All those have a place where you can actually role play those as well. But you get to watch us role play them first. Now we have some. Here's a video of a deal meeting that we just shot recently, because we're always updating the system. And so this is an important part of every deal when you're walking around at the house with them.
We're just going to show you parts
we're going to show you a little short clip of this here.
What if the buyer damages?
I forgot to mention this. It's a heated pool.
Heated pool.
That's right. It's a heated pool. Love the jacuzzi and love the fire pit. Gonna miss this house.
I can see why.
All right,
Okay.
Brian was the investor. We're
Yes.
gonna go through that whole thing.
Yes, so now in that scenario, obviously I'm the investor and Lynette is obviously playing character.
seller.
So Lynette plays the seller in most of these and I play the buyer, which is you. And then we do the same thing for the buyer, for the lease purchase buyer. We role play all those scenarios and you get to watch those as well. Okay, so now this clip is more like, I'm just gonna show you a tiny bit of this clip, but this is an example of a closing call with a seller and we go through the whole thing.
That's right, watch this. I forgot to mention this.
Now, what kind of shape is the house in? Does it need any kind of repairs?
No, the house is gorgeous.
Okay, well, it looks beautiful. I'm looking at the pictures here on Zillow. Okay, guys, you get the idea on that. So every call and all the most important calls are all going to have the scripts attached and you can sit there and watch it. The cool thing about videos, obviously, is you can watch it over and over. We don't have 2 hours to watch all the videos right now and have you take all the notes, but that's why you got the videos. And we really keep you on the cutting edge too with the virtual. So we haven't done this before, but we're doing a combo tonight and we're giving you guys the creative financing now, all the scripts and all the steps and everything. And we're also going to do our deals at a distance, which is virtual buying and selling and has all the steps there. Doing deals virtually is really the wave of the future. And it just opens up worlds of opportunity for you. I think we have one little quick clip here on doing deals virtually. All right, so let's go ahead and go on a house tour. Why don't you take me on a trip, okay?
All right.
All right.
Here we go. Okay, so here is our gorgeous front entry door.
Okay, now guys, you can do those house tours a number of different ways. You can do it by Zoom. Obviously, you all know how to use a Zoom. You all have Zoom accounts, but you can also just do a straight up video chat.
Yeah,
FaceTime.
we do. You've got FaceTime, you've got Google Duo, you've got WhatsApp.
Yeah, so we go through all the steps of the ways to do that
Skype.
as
There's
well
a whole
with
bunch
all
of
these
video
videos.
chats.
Yep, with all the video chats.
And the sellers remarkably know how to do video
Well,
chats.
that's really the biggest change, guys, in the world. And that is that because, you know, a year ago, I can't conceive of closing deals over the phone the way and over video chat the way we do now. People weren't used to it. I mean, how many of you, did you really understand Zoom a year ago? And, you know, it's a good chance that you didn't. And so really the world has become accustomed to doing business over
video chat.
Yeah, and so that's great. So you're selling on lease purchase and you're going to be selling at virtual 1 hour open houses. Now we're going to give you a whole system for virtual buying and selling. So on the buying side, you're doing these virtual deal meetings. On the selling side, you're doing these virtual 1 hour open houses. Now we've got all the scripts and stuff, no matter how you do it. It's possible that you're just going to put it out on the market, put it up on Zillow, and you're going to get a lot of calls and it's going to sell quickly and you don't even need to do the open house. But we like to do the open houses because you can really build up your buyers list and you get a lot of people and you build up your social media and you get a bunch of hits on Facebook. So this is like your chance to build up your social media. So why not take out the opportunity?
And a lot more big non-refundable option deposits because you have FOMO, fear of missing out, with different buyers wanting that same house.
Yes. And so I think I have one little short clip here that gives you a quick look at this, how you do a 1 hour open house. But this is a virtual 1 hour open house.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to our virtual 1 hour open house.
Okay, so you guys actually get to see all the clips and all the videos and all the steps. So each step has a little video attached to it. And so you can just learn it over the video and you can follow along in the guide. There's actually a virtual 1 hour open house guide that you get. Okay, so what to say is in the scripts. how to say it. I want you watching these videos because you're going to learn it so
But
fast.
you guys want to know why to say it, right? You thinker brains, you want to know
Yes.
why to say it?
Yeah, and me too. And I'm a huge thinker brain. So let's take a quick look at what we call Brian's key points. These are,
I love this.
yeah, they're in before the closing call, after the closing call, all the way through. I do an incredible Brian's key point on all different creative financing, deal structuring. So just take
What
a
was
quick
it?
look.
Was it a deal? Why was it a deal? How do you do the deal structuring?
Yeah, and that's really
Also-
important to understand. Oops.
It's amazing to understand what's a deal, what's not a deal, and how to make money on each kind of deal.
That's right. And watching the videos gives you that.
Also negotiating no money down, our ultimatum on that. Remember, we want to pay as little as possible down. I'm not adverse to paying a few thousand if you know a bunch of money is coming right behind it that's going to compensate you plus.
Okay, so you guys
Oh,
get
it
the idea
froze.
on that. Oh,
I think it froze.
okay. So now that's the whole thing, guys. I want you to be able to, whoops, let me get there. Okay, so basically we call it the greatest hits, right? Hannah?
That's right. You get the best of Brian, all his wisdom.
Yes.
And guess what? You can take Brian home with you. Kinda.
That's right. And it is really helpful, guys. If you did nothing but just watch all the Brian's key points throughout this thing, you would totally understand these creative financing deals and be really a lot more confident. There's a lot of negotiating built in here too. And don't worry about that because it kind of scares people. Sometimes you even say that word negotiating and they get nervous, but don't worry, just follow the scripts. There's lots of old school negotiating lines, all the best lines. And I studied neurolinguistic programming. And so there's a lot of new school, really, really good lines, guys. And so I want you to have great confidence when you're using these scripts because what I say,
Makes me money.
what I say.
Makes me money. Yes.
All right. So, but what if they ask you something you don't know and you look stupid? And I was worried about this and I did look stupid. So we're going to actually give you guys these flashcards.
I love these.
Where the objections are all on these flashcards. And we just started doing
my
this and
goodness.
we weren't going to do this on this, but I
This
think
is
we're going to
brand new. We decided,
Yes.
okay, now this is a tablet that comes preloaded with everything you need. It's just a push of a button.
Yes.
I mean, it's
This
amazing.
has all the scripts on it. So when you're trying to do the script, you can actually follow this in real time with sellers and buyers. And if they ask any kind of an objection or whatever, they're all on the screen. You can just touch it and it goes to that answer. So it's really just so easy to follow. It basically makes the script super easy to follow. And our students are even bringing them into deal meetings
That's
now.
right.
And having the little tablet sitting there and they can glance down at it and look at their deal meeting script.
That's
when
right.
they forget stuff.
This
So
is so cool. This is brand new. And we
it's
decided
kind of
we're gonna-
revolutionized
we're
the
gonna-
deal meeting and a lot of
Who would
things,
like to get one
guys.
of these for free?
Yeah. And we just started giving these away just like within the last couple of months. So it's a brand new thing, but very, very awesome. And like I said, you can follow the scripts in real time on there. And now I want to talk about the power of practice. And I've talked about role playing, and you get to watch the role playing videos with Lynette and I role playing. But what about you? You should get the chance to role play. So look, there's these your turns in here where you can actually, now remember that clip that we showed before where Lynette was the seller and I was the buyer? We're going to show you that clip again, only as a your turn section.
What if the buyer damages my house?
All right, now guys, you're saying the objection, you're reading it
You're
out of the
reading it,
script right
yeah.
now, and then you're going to finish at a certain point where the music ends and the video ends, and you want to try to hit it pretty close. Now, if you're still talking for another 10 seconds, you're going too slow. But if you finish way before the video ends, you're probably talking too fast. So this is a good way, these little role play videos. And a lot of times you can't find somebody to role play with you who is, encouraging or anything. So you want to be able to get good at these questions. And this gives you the ability, these your turn sections. I really do love these your turn sections.
And
in
so
the
that way you don't have
system.
to blow a real deal. You're practicing role playing in your own family room, living room.
Yes. Yes. So that's awesome. So that's what we want you
What
guys
if-
to do with
what
now, Those are a lot of the videos, and that's basically the creative financing end and how you're going to do this. We have some really awesome bonuses and stuff we're going to talk about at the end here, but I want to just touch as much as I can on your social media
So
marketing
write this
plan.
down, your social media action plan. We're going to go
Yes.
through this right now.
Yes. Okay. So this is your plan as much as we can go. And so take some pictures of some screens because we got to go fast, guys. Like I said, we got a half hour less than we normally do this talk in. So obviously out of your social media, you want to get free quality leads. You want to build up your business and your brand, and you can really do this. I mean, if you can get up to 500 or 1,000 followers, you're building your brand for sure, really. And you can absolutely do that. That's very realistic. And social distancing obviously is built in too. We're just going to go through an overview real quick, and we're going to show you some big decisions you have to make in social media, what action steps you need to take. Number 4, getting set up on all the platforms. And there's basically 15 platforms, but we're going to show you 12 tonight. We want you to write and post your real estate investor biography. And on some sites, it's called your profile, or it's called about you, or about, whatever it's called. You got to write like a short 2 to 5 sentence biography about yourself that makes you look good and credible.
That's
and
right.
so you're going to have that everywhere, even on Zillow. You probably didn't even know you could do industry professional profile on Zillow. So that's another thing we're going to help you with. So you can launch your seller campaigns and get your social media really going. And I'm telling you, your house is going to sell like that on social media. And when
It's
you're offering them
amazing.
for lease purchase, because there's like 12 sites, you can blast it out there, and it's just a cut and paste
For
job.
free.
So it's super easy. And you just stick the description in, the picture in, and pictures, and all of a sudden you start getting hits.
And these
you get-
social media platforms are free.
Yes. And Lynette is such a wizard at this that we're even going to throw in a half-hour consulting on social media where she can actually
Help set you up. So we're going to
help set you up and take control of your mouse.
Yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
give me your screen. I'm going to take control.
Yeah, that's really cool. She can actually get you totally set up. All right. Now, the main ones, here's the top 6, I would say, that we want to get you going on. This may seem daunting. It's way easier than you think. And we just want you to make 1 video a week. Yes, I want you to do a video. You don't even have to be in it. I mean, you just have to make a video, of what you guys are doing or something.
Or use
And-
our video.
yeah. And so Facebook page, ads, and groups, that's huge. Facebook is really the core. That's going to be like your little home base where people kind of get to know you through your Facebook page and people sign up as followers.
So the Facebook page is your fan page or your business page. Same thing, and it's free.
Yes.
Okay. And then groups, there's tons of Facebook groups that we're going to show you how to do for free as well.
Now, ads, I don't want you running out and spending a bunch of money on ads. People make a lot of mistakes with that. You can judiciously spend carefully and wait to see what the results are. And, but you don't have to. That's the whole thing. That's why we say free social media. You don't have to spend a dime to get a ton of eyeballs on whatever you're doing.
Out of the 15 social medias, only one of them is where you would spend money. The other 14 are all free. They're all free to
Okay,
get
so-
motivated sellers and buyers.
But Facebook is really going to be a huge focus initially.
Number 2, Facebook Marketplace. And this is incredible. Like I said, whether you're looking for buyers or sellers, this is incredible. It's free. And we're going to show you something that you don't know about Facebook Marketplace, something they changed on it recently.
Now, Nextdoor is another one you might not have heard of that much, but that's huge in most areas. And you need to get the Nextdoor account of anybody whose house you buy.
A Nextdoor is basically like a Facebook for your neighborhood.
Yeah. And then Zillow, you got to be on Craigslist, YouTube. Those are the top ones. Here's 6 more that you should be aware of. And
Actually,
that-
Let
and that-
Go, Just Let Go, and as part of OfferUp. now.
Yes, number 7 and 8 merged. So they're together now. Now you can actually go to these sites, start setting up your profile, set up your account, set your profile up, and really start getting going.
I
with
love
these.
number 9, 5 miles. A lot of people
5
don't know
miles.
about 5 miles.
Yes. Now, obviously, Facebook's the big one. That's the monster. And there's 4 ways, 4 methods to use it. And that's these 4 here. And one that's
Take a
very
picture of this.
Yeah, take a picture, guys. One that gets incredibly neglected is number 2, groups. And how many of you are in groups and talking to people in groups and networking in groups? Well, obviously, if you guys are in TRIA, you're
You're-
in a group, so
yeah.
you're doing great already.
And
But-
you can create your own group. We go
Yeah.
to everything from real estate groups to investing groups to garage sales. We're going to show you how to get motivated sellers and buyers calling you both.
Yes, and you can go, like Lynette said,
For
to all
free.
different kinds, any buying and selling groups. So ads for marketing and so all that. So fit your Facebook initial steps. Just take a picture of this. We're not going to really go through this. We're going to help you do this though. We're going to set up your account. There's some big decisions you have to make. You got to create your Facebook cover photo, which if you don't know how to do that, or if it's daunting, Canva is a good app.
It's free.
Yep. Write and post your real estate investor bio. Now, here's a couple of different examples of Facebook covers. Now, this is if you look at it on a laptop versus your phone. So obviously the one in the back is how it's going to look on your phone. So I want you guys for your Facebook cover photo to do this right and to, you know, there's a lot of little secrets to getting it right.
This is-
And there's two ways to go. You can go more like the mom and pop, like Lynette Buys Houses, or you can go more like the official Heartland Homes like this, USA, or Lynette Buys and Sells Houses. This is under Lynette Buys Houses. So you can go either way, and you can kind of be creative on picking your names because there's some names are taken, but we will help you through all this, guys. But this is really important.
That's a good sample if you want to take a picture.
I can't stress enough though, honestly, guys, how important it is that you get a Facebook presence and start building it up. And you got to start somewhere.
That's going to
And-
be more important than a website almost.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, people are advertising their Facebook page more prominently than their website, and for good reason. People get to know you on your, and they get to build some trust with you.
That's
And
right.
this business is about trust. And if they can look at your Facebook and scroll back and see that you're, you know, you seem like a nice person.
That's why we always show our dogs and
Yeah.
our kids and
Show
you know, the
dogs.
mom and
Okay.
pa.
Yeah. Show dogs, show kids and that. And so that's important. Okay. So there's a little clip talking about Facebook. We also in the system, we're going to give you a bunch of videos.
Okay, so we're going into our social media, and that's right, the first one, Facebook.
Right.
And you go in.
So guys, we're actually going to show you some videos. We're going to give you videos where we take you through all the steps.
Yes.
So we're not just going to send you out, you know, and leave you out there on your own. We're going to hold your hand and take you through how to set up. When I say all those steps, it might seem daunting. Like I said, oh, I got to put my bio in there and I got to figure out how to do this and all that. We actually take you through click by click. It actually says in the manual, each click that you do, click by click. That's how detailed it
It's
is.
called
So,
social media for dummies.
yeah, so you can't mess up,
I'm just
okay?
kidding.
And if you're going to do ads, you place them geographically like this, and then you also we want you to use your dogs or your kids if you do have them, because this is more like friendly, like Nextdoor. Nextdoor is also more friendly. I would tell you that LinkedIn and Meetup, those are more businessy. So I wouldn't use the same kind of marketing on
right.
both of those. And you put your
Take
bio.
a quick picture of this because this is our real estate bio that we talk
Right.
about that you put in. If it says about me or your profile or your bio, anytime a social media is asking to talk about yourself,
Yes.
this is our long version of our real estate investing bio. We also have a short version and we do this on the phone too, by the way.
Right, but you can see a lot of areas have a lot of next door neighbors. And if you don't know about next door, you got to open your eyes on this one, because you may be in a neighborhood where you got tons of neighbors where you can actually access and message all of them, and you can get their first and last name. For this one, you
got their
have to put your
their
first and last name
address.
in.
Yeah, first and
Yeah.
last name, their address. You can instant message them. It's
Yeah.
a lot like Facebook with the live stream.
Yes. And so
And
that,
you can also do events on Nextdoor. I'm going to talk about that.
right. So if you guys are doing an open house, I want you doing that on Nextdoor and advertising it there. Also Zillow, I want you to know that we're going to take you through it. You're going to be a pro at Zillow. And it is important. I'm going to give you a Zillow crash course, because Zillow is a huge, important website, and, you know, for better or worse, but it really is like MLS for everybody.
It
So
is.
it's a terrific research site. And guys, we've been where you're at and we know what you need. Because I mean, honestly, we started at ground zero
Yeah.
with no tools and had to create the tools and the scripts and the checklists and everything. And we are, you know, doing it to this day and have so many successful students. We're going to talk about that. So you're going to get a Creative Financing Now manual, all the scripts and all the forms and everything you need to really launch your creative financing business is in the Creative Financing Now manual. And plus everything else I'm going to go through. Now that you're going to get this creative financing calling guide This is actually, it's just easy. It's got a lot of the scripts and all the forms and everything in there, and it's an easy to use little packet. Honey, you got one of
Oh
those?
yeah, I got one right here.
So
Actually.
and I just did it because you don't want to be hauling the manual
I
around.
love this.
And it's really easy to use. It's got all the creative financing scripts and everything. So that's really important. Sometimes you'll see Pretty House on here, and sometimes you'll even hear in the videos, people might say what to say, our what to say system. Basically, we've taken all of our what to say scripts and transformed them into a more user-friendly format. So that's what, if you hear people say our what to say system, that's what this system is now. Okay, so we also have this really important deal meeting guide.
Remember I said that's where you go meet with the seller, either
Yes.
in person or virtually, and where you make your money?
And remember, all these deal meeting scripts are also on your script tablet. Okay, so all the key scripts, all the checklists, everything you need to do to make sure that deal meeting goes well. And that's virtual or not. Because remember, all the scripts are in there because what I say makes me money.
My
Okay.
name's Mike Bauer, and I'm here today to tell you that I bought 4 houses in my first 2 weeks. Me being a kind of a skeptical person, I wasn't real sure, but sure enough, when the questions came up, all I had to do was just flip through the scripts, refer to their question that they were asking. I read it. They had no idea that I was reading it. I'm on the telephone. They can't see me reading. And believe me, I was really nervous, and it went just as smooth as could be. Questions came up that I really didn't even know what they meant, but I just flipped to the scripts, I read the scripts, and I sounded like I knew exactly what I was talking about. And I'll tell you now, I do. After doing these deals, I do know what I'm talking about. Brian and Lynette, I want to say thank you. This is awesome. It works. Just read the scripts, and before you know it, you're going to be an expert knowing exactly what you're talking about. Thank you.
All right. Wow,
Awesome.
we're so excited.
Yes, and guys, I like to say, be like Mike.
Be like Mike.
Yes, he just followed the scripts. He had no experience. Those deals made him over 6 figures of cash and
That's right.
equity on those
4
4
deals
deals.
over 100,000.
So be like Mike and be like a lot of our other students, guys, and they have that kind of success. We're actually, if you know that you want to get this, we're going to talk more about some bonuses, and we're going to talk more about the what to say and the systems part of this. Okay, so we're not done, but if you already know that you want it, and we'll get to, and just call up, we'll get to the pricing and everything. But if you already know you're in, we only take the first like 5 people on some special bonuses we're going to get to. So if you already know you want it, and I know some of you guys already know you need this, and you know you've always wanted to do creative financing, and you're never going to get it in a more incredible package with more incredible trainers to teach you how to do this. And the incredible bonuses you're about to hear about, going to blow your mind, okay? So if you already know you want it, just go ahead. You can call 888-RICH now, right now. I'm worried that at the end, there's going to be a lot of people calling. And so, you know, it might be a little, I don't want you to get a busy signal if you know you want to get it. So,
Good point.
and you can text that second number, 480-789-3649. You can text that number as well. Call and text. Now, I know that's kind of long to type in, but if you don't want to even have to talk to anybody, and with social media, you won't have to talk to people as much. Honestly, just go to that long thing, thewolfcouple.com/product/creative financing-social media. Okay. So take a picture of that right now, and we're going to keep going. Okay. So get going with that if you're ready to go. So I said the 2 keys to success in real estate investing was scripts and systems. Number 2 is systems. And so the system
is a solution. Let's talk about the system. Take good
Yes.
notes here.
Now we have
This is
another
your action plan.
This is a second manual. It's a companion manual called the What to Do manual. And this is your action plan. It's got a detailed daily plan in there and a bunch of other great things. We call it the Quick Start Daily Plan, or what do
This
we
is
call it,
how you
honey?
make $30,000 in 30 days.
Yes,
It tells you
30K.
exactly what to do day 1, day 2, day 3. It's so detailed, so easy.
Yes. Now remember, 30K in 30 days, unless you're dealing with a $300,000 house or in that range, you're probably not going to get that in cash. But in cash and equity, that's absolutely possible in 30 days for sure, because I want you turning these things around in about 2 weeks. And remember, you don't have to fix them up. A lot of times these properties were not marketed the right way. And for sure, nobody was offering them on lease purchase and saying bad credit okay.
No
Remember,
banks
if
need
you
it.
can put bad credit okay, no banks needed in the ads, you get bombed with calls. Then it's just a matter of picking the best one who has the most money.
That's right.
And so 30K in 30 days, and this plan takes you through every little step. I'm so detailed on this, guys. I'm not going to leave you adrift. I'm going to make sure that you know exactly what to do. There's step-by-step checklist for the creative financing deal. There's 36 actual individual steps. It's all on one sheet. You're going to use this piece of paper on every deal you do. You're going to have it on the inside front cover of the file, and you're going to check off everything so you make sure that you never make a mistake.
You or your assistant or
Yes.
acquisitionist or partner doesn't miss a very important step.
That's right. And most of these are done in a quick, in a minute. And we've got all the forms that you need and the agreements that you need. So don't worry about that. These are all the forms.
Let him take a quick picture of that. We don't have
Okay.
time to show him all the
We don't have
forms.
time to show
Okay.
you, but that's a lot of the
Take a
forms.
picture of this is the 15 must-have business forms,
Right.
CD.
There's even more forms than this. You get these with the system. So you're covered on forms and agreements and everything what you need there. So that's all in the what to do system, okay, which accompanies the creative financing now. That's all your scripts that cover all the scripts. So guys, this is a comprehensive system, every step and key script you need. We've been nationally training this system for 17 years. This is updated and repackaged to give you just exactly what you need now. It's cutting edge. We do the business every day and we always are shooting new videos, and we're going to also be providing live calls and videos of live calls as well. So that's going to be awesome for you. It's a proven system for making money. I mean, I'm going to show you some testimonials, but guys, so many of our students have made so much money with this. It's creative financing for dummies, right? Huh?
That's right.
Yes, and watching the videos, it's very engaging. You don't get bored and you really learn it. You
Yeah.
actually go, hey, I want to go watch my videos. Okay, so it's easy to use and you can take us home with you. So
That's right.
I think we have, all these things come in it, all the step-by-step
What I like
manuals.
about the digital, honey, is that it keeps you updated because you know how it's
Yes.
ever changing. What we say, like our closing cost scripts with the sellers, we are constantly updating the digital version. Everybody goes
Right.
to ourwolfpack.com and you have a special access code, and we constantly keep you on the cutting
Yes,
edge.
it's online. See that screen there, guys? You get the step-by-step manual. You also get the videos and audios online. So you can access these on your phone. You'll have a access code. That's what I
Right.
love about
I love
this.
it.
It used to
Your
be you had
smartphone.
to, play them on a DVD or put them on a flash drive or something and have the right setup. Now it's just wherever you are with the smartphone, you can be watching these videos and learning the business. So it's really awesome. Videos and audios, all the scripts you need. And it's got the social media training and the consulting to help you get set up. And it's got this whole virtual investing system, buying and
I
selling.
love it.
So all these things come with it. And here's some of our students, guys, that have used our system over the years here.
Watch this.
This is great. Some you might recognize.
The What to Say system was a lifesaver from the very beginning and still right here today.
The best script system on the planet.
I'm never at a loss for words.
Use a script and you know what you're doing.
Say them every time. I'm gonna have a way higher closing rate.
How to say, why to say, so much great information.
And I use that to be able to close more deals and make more money.
What I know without a doubt is that scripts are the way to be successful.
And I really loved Brian's automation organization systems.
They're really practical, step-by-step instructions and guidelines.
That alone changes my life.
I can't wait to go through so I can get it in my brain.
I'm going home with practical tools that we can put in application.
Checklists keep me on task, really help you make the deal.
The What to Say system was a lifesaver from the very beginning and still right here today.
The best script system on the planet.
I'm never at a loss for words.
Okay, so guys, there were some students, that was wrong.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, actually, we have a clip where a lot of our students talk about how much money they made. Somehow that clip got in there. And so we have incredible students who have done so much business with this system. And we actually have it's thicker than 2 phone
Oh
books.
yeah, we
It's our
have like
testimonials.
testimonials, copies
Yes,
of checks. They never
that's
gave us
right.
the actual check.
That's right.
These successful
So guys, our
students.
creative financing with social media system is $14.97 normally, because this covers everything you need. But we're going to do something special because of Chuck and because he was bugging us and telling us that you guys need a better deal. So honestly, this is a
that the best you can do,
$14.97
honey?
system, because really it's our social media system packaged up with our incredible What to Say system, all in one incredible package for $14.97 normally. But we're going to do something really special, like I said, for $9.97.
That's right.
Now you're also going to get some really cool bonuses, and let me go through those. You get this What to Do system. You get all the audios. You get these objection answer flashcards, which we already showed you. You get this automation and organization system, which is really going to get you going. This has a real estate investing dictionary that we're going to throw in, because even if you're brand new guys, this explains everything about creative financing and everything you ever wanted to know about real estate investing. Really important. This teaches you how to hire an assistant if you want to, okay? And here's some marketing samples that you can use. So we're really trying to give you an absolutely complete package. Remember, I talked about doing deals at a distance. This is your virtual house buying and selling system right here. And of course, you get these Teaching Tuesdays conference calls. That's something that only Wolfpack members, because now you're going to be a Wolfpack member for life.
And you get a Wolfie.
You get a little Wolfie, yes, your very own Wolfie, and you get our cup too, okay? Now we're also going to give you a one-day event. This is a virtual event that's free.
Virtual.
This is a $797 event normally, and you're going to get to come free. Our next one is coming up really soon.
Write this down, January 29th. It's a virtual one day with
so
me and
it's like a
Brian.
week and a half away. This is Friday, January 29th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we want you definitely at this
Two
event.
tickets for free.
Yes, and we're going to go through how to use your Creative Financing Now system and your virtual investing and how to put it all together. Okay, so that's really important. I want you there.
We're going to also do some role playing.
Yes, we'll do role playing. We'll really take you through and really get you immersed in this, get you going fast. I love the fact that it's coming up. Sometimes it's like a month away, where you guys are lucky because it's only about a week and a half away. Now we're talking about this preloaded script tablet.
We already talked about that.
This is brand new.
That's right.
So yes, this has all these scripts loaded on it. So you can just turn it on and start reading over the scripts and learning and using it in real time with sellers and buyers. So this is all digital online, remember? So everything that you get, you'll get a code to access everything, including the manuals, all the forms, everything, all the videos, all the audios. And we're also going to send you a package as well, because some things like the flashcards and that and the tablet, obviously we have to ship you. So we're going to be shipping you some stuff. Okay, now there's obviously a 30-day unconditional money back guarantee with this. This has been told to us for 15 years that our materials are absolutely the very best anybody's ever seen. And they're always such high quality, because I'm a total perfectionist and I'm not going to let anything go to you unless it's just totally refined and it's got every little step and every little word perfectly. I'll labor over a script for hours to get a couple of words different and right. So guys, I want you to know it's going to be awesome. You're going to love the system, but for any reason, even if your spouse freaks out or something like that, okay, you got 30-day unconditional money back guarantee for any reason. All right. Now like I said, we've had so many students have so much success with all of our systems over all the years. We've got students who've done hundreds of deals, literally hundreds of deals, and students making huge paychecks on every single deal. So you're going to get 3 30-minute consulting calls with us when you get the system.
That's with us.
This is with us. Yeah, this is crazy. This alone is worth the $997. You get 3 calls with us. The first 5 who sign up. Now you maybe already signed up. If you already signed up, then you're probably safe. But
yeah, the reason it's only the first 5 people who take action right now and either call 888-RICH-NOW or text Dashiell 480-789-3649.
Yes.
You need to do that now, because not only if you're one of the first 5 do you get the consultations with me and Brian personally to help
3
set
calls
you up.
with us.
3 30-minute calls.
Yep.
And the tablet, we're only giving this out to the first 5 people who take action right now. So I would definitely call that number or go to the website and take action now if you're at all serious about real
Yes.
estate. But we
This
even have
tablet,
something
this
more.
tablet is so valuable. And it's not just the tablet, obviously, it's the material, it's the content on that. So amazing.
And we're also we know that,
Okay.
remember we had 30,000 in 30 days. It's called 30K in 30 days.
Yes.
Well, we're actually going to do something here for Chuck. We're going to say a 90-day money back. It's a 90-day
Yes.
rebate. So the
Now,
way this
here's
works, tell them how it
Right.
works.
Guys, we want you to, we just have been so blessed by this business ever since we got going and really figured it out. And so now it's really become our life mission to be a blessing to others. And if we can do anything to get you going, when we first got going in this, we got involved with the rebate, and that just made me more motivated. So anything we can do to kick you and get you going a little bit and get over whatever fears you have and get going in this business, we want to see it happen. We want to see you have great success.
So you have 90 days.
Yes.
90 days, and we're going to give you your whole $997 deposit back.
Just
So-
show us proof of the deal that you did it, an agreement,
But this is-
a great testimonial letter, and we'll probably want to videotape you as
That's
well.
true. But honey, I
That's
have to
right.
emphasize, this is only the first 5 people.
Yeah.
We can't give everybody their money back because we know with
That's
the
right.
30K in 30 days, you
Our-
have
our
90
accountant-
days, you have 90 days to do a deal. So we're only gonna do it with the first 5 people. So take action right now.
Yes, our accountant kind of thinks we're crazy, but it's all about our gang, our house buying business is going great. We don't have to worry about that. So really, we just want to help more people spread the wealth and pay it forward. So that's what we're in it for. And that's why we do the 90-day rebate. And these are your coaching subjects on your 3 consulting calls. So remember, it's just $997 now with the 90-day rebate. So many of our students have taken advantage of that. Be in the first 5 and you get the 3 consulting calls, the 90-day rebate.
Wait, go back to that screen for a second. I
Yeah.
want to talk about not that one. I just want to talk real fast about, we just actually gave the 90-day rebate. That was that picture you saw. That's our guy, Tim, our student, Tim in Texas. And what he did was actually, he ended up buying the house because of Facebook, and he sold it on the virtual 1-hour open house. But all he had to do was show us that he even bought the house, and we still gave him his rebate. So-
Yes, guys, we're just trying to get you to go out there and take action, because that's the one thing. If you can get over the hurdle and get that first deal, it makes all the difference. Then you realize it's real.
Get that
for you.
shut up check.
Sometimes it's real and you say, I know people are out there doing these types of deals, but it's not quite real for you yet. And so we're trying to make it real for you that you can absolutely do this.
That's right.
And you can, because we're going to hold your hand and make sure you do it. And we'll even help you with your deals. So these 3 consulting calls, if you have hot leads off of any kind of social media or anything, we'll go over them with you there as well and try to help you get closed deals. Because that's, like I said, once you close your first creative financing deal, it's like you're so hooked and that's all you want to do and talk about. And we love that because
yeah, we
love changing people's lives.
We want to answer some questions and give out some prizes here. But before I do that, I did have a quick question. Chuck was saying that, that first deal we did way back, our first Pretty House deal where we had a check for $35,800, I believe. They were trying to figure out, how did you actually make $35,000 total profit on that deal? Remember, we bought it subject to. So what we did was we bought it subject to,
right,
and then we sold it for a lot more to our lease purchase buyer. Plus we had principal buy down on that
Right.
mortgage. The mortgage was 208. So we had principal buy down on that mortgage. So as we owned it, we got the principal buy down, right, of the mortgage, because we bought it
Right.
subject to from the seller. And we also had appreciation, we took depreciation, and we had several buyers in there, and we collected more than 1 non-refundable option deposit.
Right. But a big part of what you're going to do is you're actually going to mark the property up. When you offer it on lease purchase, you're also offering the luxury of financing. These people couldn't buy a house with their credit or whatever their credit profile is. They can't go down to the bank and get a loan right now. And so you're going to make it easy. You may even offer to pay for their credit repair if you want it to go quickly. But if you have 10 years from some seller, you don't want it to go quickly. So you just want to put them in there, set it and forget it. And you actually hope their credit is really bad and that they're not real diligent about going and getting a loan.
We do everything we can to help them through
And
the
listen,
process,
you
obviously.
reassure them that, that whatever non-refundable option of deposit they give you, 10 or 20,000 or whatever, and we want you to shoot for about 10% down. So if the houses in your area are 200,000, I'd want you getting at least 15, 20, maybe 25 down on each house. If your houses are about 100,000, it's good to get 10. Try to for sure get 10. I hate when you get less than 10 because that's a big cushion for you. And that's where a lot of your profit comes from, is those non-refundable option deposits. So you're going to probably buy it for whatever, like on that deal, I think it was 208. And then you're going to ask about 10%, 5 to 10% over what you think it's worth. So if you think it's worth, let's say it's worth 220, you get it for 208, which is, that's hardly less than what it's not less than what it is less than what they'd sell it for through an agent. You're actually giving them a better deal. And then you turn around, you sell it for like 239.9 because you're marking it up a little. And so there's margins that you can build into these deals pretty amazingly. And even if you're paying cash, even if you're paying, remember, everything resolves over time. So it's the monthly payments. I don't want you buying a house. You can't buy a house for full price and then sell it within 9 months Well, you probably could, but you just wouldn't make as much because you
Yeah.
mark it up a little. You'd make 10 or 20 grand. But you really want those long-term deals where you get a long time from the seller and the buyer's in there for a long time.
That's
So
right.
that's what we love.
So what we're going to do, I don't know, can we leave this screen up while
Yeah,
we
so
take
guys,
questions?
we're taking
Would that
calls
be
right
okay?
now.
Yeah.
And you guys can call in still. And, you know, if we're at 5, you know, we might be already at 5. Listen, I don't want you to get discouraged and say, oh, I'm probably not going to get the tablet. I'm going to do something. I'm going to make an executive decision maybe and say, guys, just call in now. Even if you're not in the first 5, we're going to do the script tablet. I really love this script tablet, and it is new and it's kind
And we're
of
gonna give them all
expensive,
their
but
money back?
and we'll still give you your money
90
back. Yes, we'll still give you the rebate opportunity. So just get it, do it by tonight here.
By
Call
midnight.
tonight.
If you don't do it by midnight, it's done.
Call tonight or use that message, use the
.com.
link right there
Mhm.
and go to the wolfcouple.com/product/creative financing social media. I know it's a mouthful.
So we're
but-
actually going to go ahead and extend it till midnight tonight, and that's actually midnight Eastern Standard Time. Okay.
Yes.
So,
So get on board, guys. I really want to help you have the kind of success that so many of our students are having all around the country. And I'm telling you, this upcoming year is going to be a wealth of opportunity. You have no idea how much creative financing is going to be the world, because there's going to be so many people who cannot qualify for a mortgage anymore because their credit was destroyed during COVID, during the whole pandemic. And so there's going to be so many lease purchase buyers with big down non-refundable option deposits. You're going to be able to get, maybe you're going to get 20 or 30,000 down on a $100,000 house because there's going to be so many people who can't qualify anymore. And so then it's going to be finding the houses. But guess what? We're going to have a huge glut of houses on the market because at some point, let's face it, the eviction and foreclosure moratorium is going to run out. And all of a sudden, they're going to have a whole bunch of opportunity on the marketplace. And so I want you going out there and knowing what you're doing. But if you know what you're doing in 2021 and you understand creative financing, there is a wealth of opportunity. There is so much money to be made this year, maybe unlike any other year. And we'll watch how this develops, but you want us on your team. You want us helping you out to make this happen for you. So guys, you can still call in. Again, we're going to honor that everybody who calls in now or up until midnight, you can still get the tablet and still get the rebate opportunity. That's 90 days. Just show us proof you did a deal. Send us a nice testimonial letter.
And how about that 30-minute consultations with
And
us?
yes, we're even going to do the 30-minute consultation. So that's 3 30-minute consultations with us. And because we want to make sure you're off on the right track, off on the right footing. And obviously, guys, we're not making much money doing this. We're trying to help you to get to the next level and the next level and the next level after that.
So we have a question for you, which is how have you handled non-payment from tenants during COVID? That's from Tabadia Hawkins.
Oh, good.
All right. That's a great question.
That's a great question. We actually, now because of the eviction moratorium and everything going on right now, most of our buyers, remember we work with lease purchase buyers and
Yes.
they've given us non-refundable option deposits where if you're just talking a straight tenant, which we don't do, I call that adult daycare. We don't do the straight tenant thing. So I'm not sure if the question is just a straight tenant
Yes.
not paying.
So if you have a straight tenant, and there are people, landlords right now, and that's why there's opportunity in the landlord market, frankly. But if you have tenants who are not paying, it could be straining you. Obviously, you're going to approach your mortgage company and see if you can get a suspension, some kind of suspension of payments. And a lot of times you can work something out there. If you can't work something out there, you've got to keep making that payment. And there's going to be a time that they're going to start making payments again. Because you are only lease purchasing, it's a whole different class of buyer. It's like this kind of buyer is just the one that can scrape together first and last months. And this kind of buyer, lease purchase buyer, is somebody who can put together at least 10 grand at one point. So it's very likely you've got a cushion to live on. We don't want you to spend all your non-refundable option deposits up front. But you do have a cushion from the non-refundable option deposit. And these people are different. They're much more dedicated to making that payment.
Right, to answer your
And
question.
you would be amazed at how little, I think we got 1 or 2 people on all of our
And
houses.
the
that are
reason we
having-
only have one person who has defaulted and not been able to make their payment is they have big non-refundable option deposits that are at risk. We only deal with lease purchase buyers. But once again, to answer your question, if you're a tenant and a landlord, they're not paying. I do a lot of hiking. I'm a daily hiker, and I actually met, my car says full price for your house. And a guy approached me that I go hiking every Sunday. And he said, I have this house. There's a tenant in there. He hasn't paid for 6 months. I just want out. I just want out. Well, guess what? I went ahead and we bought that house from that landlord who didn't want the tenant in there not making payments. It's a great
Right.
opportunity for you guys to come in. Now, if you
Now,
want,
you do have to have a little working capital
Yes.
because they're not going to be able to pay you either for some period of time. But you could get a ton of equity for your ability to just pick up a deal like that. That's all about creative financing, though. You have to understand creative financing so you can set this thing up with monthly payments. That's really what it comes down to when you master monthly payments. Write that down. Master monthly payments. When you can master the explanation of that to your sellers and setting up buyers on that, you get 10 or 15 properties, and it doesn't take you that long to do it, maybe a year or 2 or 3, and you're living off of a really nice monthly cash flow spread.
that's right. And we actually, here's another example. We bought a house in Minnesota where they were actually 9 months behind on the mortgage. Okay. The seller actually was 9 months behind on the mortgage, couldn't make the mortgage payment. And we went ahead and bought the house subject to, okay. And the mortgage company actually notified us with a loan modification, essentially. They said, here's a small payment, here's a trial period. The mortgage companies are working with people
Yes.
so much right now. It's
Yeah.
incredible, great opportunity. So they offer
That's why I
me a
said
loan modification.
Yeah, that's why I said the first thing you want to do is start talking to the mortgage company, see what the situation is there, because you may be able to get some help there.
Yeah.
Yes. Great question.
So if you're a landlord and the tenant's not paying, depending how, did you buy it free and clear or is there a mortgage? That's my question to that guy.
Right. Sometimes it's free and clear, but you still have a payment on it. So work with whoever has the financing. But remember, this is all about creative financing, other people's money. Write that down, guys.
yes.
Other people's money, OPM. And whose
OPM.
money is it in a creative financing deal? You're not going out to get a private loan. That person is mildly invested in you getting this deal done. But who's really invested in you getting this deal done? The seller. The seller really wants to sell this house. So they're your best target to get financing from. So and one of our students could never quite grasp it until I said the words existing financing. And he said, oh, existing financing. So whatever they owe on it now, you just owe. Yeah, that's how it works. And then you just start making the payments on the mortgage. Now you can work that out. There's a couple of different
That was
ways
like
to
our
work that
first
out.
example, honey,
Yeah.
where we made 35,000.
There's a couple different ways to work that out with the paperwork, with a wrap or whatever, but we can help you with that once you get to that point.
Good question.
Yes, great question. Do we have any other questions?
Any other questions? Oh,
Any
there
other
you go.
questions, guys? Put them in the chat.
We
I
love
don't-
questions.
That's all I've got.
Okay.
Well, it's really
All
been
right.
our pleasure, guys, to spend this
Oh,
great
wait, I
time
want
with
to give
you,
away.
share this time
I
with
want to
you.
give away a couple gifts. All right. One of them, you want to do the organization, office organization, and hold on. We're going to give away some gifts for people that waited all the way till the end.
Yes.
We actually have a whole system that we're going to give away. Want to tell them about that, honey?
Okay, guys, this system actually comes with the package. So if you ordered the package and you win,
Then we'll give you something
We'll give
else.
you a deal. We'll give you something else. But this is actually our
Automation and
automation and
organization
organization.
system.
This
Can you,
actually has.
Can you unshare your? Well, never mind. I can do it for you. Go ahead. Sorry, guys.
Okay, it's actually a manual and a data CD and an Excel spreadsheet. So this is a $500 system we're going to throw in for free,
so
automation
that's
and
cool.
organization.
Yes, and so you guys can get this. And what are we going to do? And
Uh,
did you guys figure out a way to
did
do
you
the
figure out a
drawing?
way to draw
Hold
some
on, I'm
names?
getting there right now. Just give me 1 second.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. It's nice I can
Hi.
see you guys.
Yes.
Now we can see ya. We're excited to get you guys to those first pretty house shut up checks.
That's right. Your quickest way that you can make a deal sometimes. Wholesales can be fast if if everything works out. But I'll tell you, a pretty house deal can be turned around in a week or two. Really, all you're waiting on is somebody to check title. So, okay. So
Do we
how
have a winner,
we
Joe?
have a winner?
I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting there.
Well, you know what,
While
Kathy's
doing we have another. This is for the first drawing right here. You must be present to win. So if the person is not present.
Then you'll have to tell them they missed out. It's a $500 system. It's
Melanie
called
Asbury, are you here?
Melanie.
Can one of you, Jackie or Leslie, can you let me know if that person's here?
Yeah, looking. Oh, yeah, she's here.
Okay.
Hey, Melanie.
You're a
The
winner.
winner.
All right, now we have to clarify, this doesn't come preloaded. Okay.
Oh yeah, this one is not preloaded with the
This
scripts.
is a tablet, but it's not preloaded. You know
Yes.
how the first 5 people get the preloaded
But like we
tablet?
said, guys, if you ordered the system
By
already,
midnight.
we will, by midnight, we will give you a prize of equal or greater value. Yay.
So this here, we're going to give this tablet away now. Once again, it's not loaded with the incredible creative financing and social media system. It's just a blank tablet, but it's pretty cool. So this is, we're going to give
We'll
this
load
away.
it with something good, just not the system.
No, because they have to get the system to get it loaded.
Okay, right.
But
So
this
here
is
we
cool.
go.
Who doesn't want a tablet? Raise your hand if you want to win a tablet.
Yay.
Hello.
All right. Here we
Okay.
go.
Do you feel
So is
like a
this
winner?
Is this a second drawing?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a second drawing.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Do we have another?
Yeah, we love giving away prizes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna draw another one. Here we go.
That's right. Who's
Yeah.
going to win the tablet?
Yeah.
Harshadray Patel, is he here?
What's the name?
Don't see him.
Oh, tell him he just missed out on a really cool tablet.
All right, we're gonna do it again.
The winner is
Helen
drum roll.
Feeney.
Helen, I know Helen's here. I'm pretty sure.
Helen's here.
Is she
Helen.
Helen?
Yes, Helen is here.
Congratulations, Helen. Yeah.
Yay for Helen.
All right. Well, you know what, you guys, this has been our pleasure. I hope you took
Yes.
really good notes, and definitely you have till midnight Eastern Standard Time to get on board if you want to get the system for free. And of course, you get the tablet and you get the consultations with me and Brian personally.
Yes, and a 90-day rebate opportunity, which we absolutely want you to take advantage of. Our mission is your success, we always say. So we really want to see you guys take advantage and jump into this creative financing world and really set it and forget it and start making some really great money.
That's right.
This year is going to be so full of opportunity, and we want to help guide you to your success.
We want to be part of your 2021. This is the Wolf Couple. Take
Yeah.
action.
Thank you all so much for being here. Remember that offers last until midnight. For those of you who are asking in the chat about the Unbus tour, we don't have the date yet. We're thinking February 20th, but we'll confirm soon. And one thing I was supposed to say at the beginning that I forgot, if you have a favorite contractor or tradesperson, shoot us an email and send us their name so we can contact them to see if they'd like to be a vendor. I'm really sorry I forgot to say that at the beginning. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Wolf.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Stay safe. Congratulations to everyone who bought, and
Congratulations to our winners.
Yes.
and I'm going to shoot an email out just recapping what the offer is, guys, and you the PDF. So
Yep, and drop us a note in the chat if you need any more information, or send an email to triaprojects@gmail.com.
Yeah.